You got to stop starting shows like this, bro.
Yo, you got
Breeze Nation, what's good? It's your boy, Pastor Designer. Back at it
again.
You got me awake, man.
Bro. Breeze Nation, what's good? It's your boy, Pastor Designer. Back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, a lot to get into on today's episode. A little bit of a late live because of some issues that we had. Unfortunately, the great Jordan JC going through it a little bit tonight. And he's a little tired as well. JC, are you with us? Are you with us, JC?
Sleeping on the live. I'm sick.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I've been through life. It's
Hey, that's terrible,
Let me take a drink.
A lot to get into on today's episode. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but we do, in fact, have the squad in the building. Yeah. As always, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC. Right. Mr. Drew Better, if you knew better, you knew better. Say who better? Nobody better. The man, formerly known as Ringo J. Stefan Adine, in the building. The Chicago Bears have let some interesting names walk here in free agency. Jaquan Brisker, CJ Gardner-Johnson, and Nahshon Wright have all signed with other teams. And that was messed up for Nahshon. That was nuts. He was so heartbroken. It was like, man, what the heck is that?
He gave him the man.
Should the Chicago Bears have kept any of those guys in the building, especially after seeing the numbers on the contracts that they got? And then we got to talk about Tom Pelissero going on the Rich Eisen show and basically saying he doesn't think that it is all a done deal.
No.
He's not bought in that it is a done deal that Max Crosby is going to be a Vegas Raider.
Telling me there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance. All that more in today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Boys, what's good? Everybody good?
Hey, man, it's a little tough. A little tough, but we here. It's a little tough day, but we here.
That's the reason we late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a little tough times.
Yeah, sucks.
JC's rolling on 3 wheels right now.
Yeah, rolling on 3 wheels. Yeah. I'm glad I got here. I'll put it like that.
I am glad that you made it.
It could have been way worse.
Could have been way worse.
You said you were like 10 minutes away when the alert went off.
Yeah,
so.
when I was like, why do I have a tire issue? But
we're here. We're going to get it worked out. We're going to save JC's life.
Thank you.
And he will be sleepy in the morning. All that more in today's episode. Like I said, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Let's jump into this, boys, because I think very interesting conversation that we were having here about going out and letting some of the names walk that the Chicago Bears could have had back in the building. Jaquan Brisker ended up walking today for a $5 million deal, $5.5 million deal to the Pittsburgh Steelers. CJ Gardner-Johnson ended up going for a $6 million deal to the Buffalo Bills. And then Nahshon Wright, I believe, was also a $5.5 million deal to the New York Jets. And a lot of people are looking at these deals and going, yo, the Bears could have matched and you could have brought some of these guys back. You wouldn't have had to fill just as many holes in the offseason as you now have created here. Question on the table, boys. Do you feel like any of the names that we brought up there, the Chicago Bears should have brought back into the building?
If I'm being honest, I feel like the only one that like I'm kind of like, okay, I feel like you could have kept him was Nahshon Wright. You know, he did his thing. I like Nahshon. I like Nahshon. I liked what he brought.
You just don't want to see him twice a year. That's all that is.
And it is what it is. Nah, he definitely did his thing. But no, I mean, out of the 3 guys we talking about, I mean, keep it a buck. Brisker got concussion issues, and then you turn around, CJ GJ, you know, Super Bowl champion in his own right. But the thing that Poles talked about in his presser, the thing that stood out to me, he said he wanted locker room guys. And thing with CJ GJ, for as good as he is, even Super Bowl champion.
That has been a question. Now we haven't had that question since when he was here. He didn't have any issues, or at least any issues that we saw, right? That we know of. I remember he did put out that tweet, JC, that we were talking about on the Morning Breeze of you think you have guys in your corner and they're not really there for you, essentially, is what he said. And then Brisker was like, hey, I got your back. You already know the two guys that were leaving the organization. And so I think that's it. You going to Nahshon, it probably surprised me a little bit, but I get the reason why you're saying that, because the least of the locker room guys. JC, what are your thoughts? Where were you on the should have brought guys back or let them walk?
I mean, we were talking about Jaquan Brisker probably getting a healthy contract. That's where I was.
I thought we were talking big money for Quan. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am stunned.
He was supposed to be in the 14 a year market.
What are we doing here? 1 year, 5.5.
1 year, 5.5.
GJ with more money for a 1 year deal, and so that was where I was surprised. It's like, why in the world did we wait so long for him to actually sign back? Because I feel like him and a Kobe Bryant, oh my goodness, you get those guys healthy together, they're a wrecking crew. And so maybe the issue was like what Ringo said, is that you're scared of the concussion issues. However, I feel like he proved himself this past year because he stayed on the field. That was the issue.
He did answer the question that we all said.
That's what we said.
We would have brought him back.
For 70. He played 75% of the snaps.
I guess my thing is maybe Ryan Poles really has this idea of getting younger and maybe a little faster at the position, because everybody.
It's Dennis Allen who would have the idea.
He's younger. He's only 26.
Yeah, he'll be 27 in 2 weeks.
Right,
Kobe Bryant.
Right, that's still young.
You talking about Kobe Bryant? I'm talking about Jaquan.
No, I'm talking about Jaquan. Jaquan, yeah, because he came in.
Jaquan is 27 already.
21,
still young. So
21 in 5 years. So
that's a head scratcher. I'm gonna be honest with you. Brisker leaving and we not even entertaining. I wonder what the conversation was around trying to keep him, or if we even attempted to.
26. So Jaquan is same thing. They both. Okay, Kobe turns 27 in 2 weeks. Jaquan is 27, April 20th.
They must have a guy in the. I mean, I do like some of these safeties.
You love a Thieneman.
I love the orange.
I love a Thieneman too. I love a Thieneman, but why don't you? My point is, why wouldn't you? My out of those three, Nahshon, I wasn't gonna bring him back because he got cooked too many times. Even though he great on the interception, right? Exactly, great interception ratio, but he got cooked too many times on just simple plays where he was out of position. As far as CJ, he came in. He didn't really ruffle the locker room for what we saw on the outside, but as you know, we don't really know what happened inside. So I'm okay with that because he was a rental anyway because of injury. But Brisker, as you say, we talked about at what point would you bring Brisker back? If he plays 75% of the games, 75% of the snaps, 80% of the snaps, then he was instrumental enough on the field where you would bring him back.
Especially last game.
Right. And then you bring him back. He signs for what, $5.5 million for 1 year. We could have put him in the same qualifying offer, giving him 7, and then still drafted a safety to learn behind the two safeties that we have.
There you go.
This is where you bring in longevity in your your locker room, in on your team, where you putting in rookies behind quality players to let them learn the NFL and then take over.
So can I give a theory?
Sure.
I give a theory here.
Let's hear this.
Theorizing.
Let's hear this.
The
Pythagorean theorem.
I tried to make that.
They had that on the board today at Hallis for some reason.
Really?
Like on the whiteboard today, the Pythagorean theorem was just up there
because that explains life.
And we literally were just like, why is the Pythagorean theorem on the board? And don't ask me to solve for X. You know what I mean? But I'll say I lay this scenario out to you.
Let's hear this.
Have you ever worked in a job where you're on that job and you're like, yo, I deserve this and da-da-da-da-da-da?
Yeah.
And then you say, I want to get more. And they're like, no, we are okay with you being here for this price, but you won't be here for this price. And you go out and take a job that even sometimes is less or maybe even equal to what you just left, because you know at that job you have an opportunity possibly to make more money. Now, the reason I bring this scenario up is we don't know whether they offered Kwani or not a contract. We probably won't know until we find out, when he goes on a podcast or something like that. But more than likely, my thought here is that the price that the Bears had for Quan was not the price that he saw himself at, even though it probably was the price that the league sees him at. I mean, going to the Steelers for $5.5 million is incredibly cheap.
Because we thought he was getting
more than Kobe Bryant, or at least Kobe Bryant.
We thought he was getting $14 million because we thought Bayard was going to get 18. Or,
I don't know if I thought he was getting 18, maybe 18 for 2.
Right.
18 for 2.
He was getting
which
that because
he kind of essentially did. What did he get? He got $9 million.
He got $9 million
for one. So if it was a 2-year deal, yes, he's in that same world.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was because again, Jaquan tweets in what would you call them? Vague quotes, soliloquies.
Yeah, like you got to figure out what he's
subliminals.
I don't even know if it's a subliminal because it's just like a quote from some like Shakespearean actor, and then there's just an emoji after it. So you just kind of got to decipher it. But essentially, you saw a tweet that what was Quan's latest one? Let me look it up here.
But my thing, like,
not that one.
Like you made a point though that Bears might have offered him something, and he was like, "Well, go out in the market and see what your market is." But wouldn't you allow the Bears to match? Like, hey, Steelers give me 5.5. Would you give me 6?
I've proven myself to you. I answered all the questions you said I needed to answer. In fact, I answered them even more because I was healthy in the playoffs and had my best game versus our toughest opponent in playoffs.
Yeah,
and I'm not worth what you think what I think my price tag is. But because if I go do this with the Steelers,
you only getting the 5.5.
But it's a 1-year deal. If I go do this with the Steelers and I take this chance with the Steelers are the kind of organization where, hey, 2 years, no concussions, you're healthy. You already know this. They'll be like, listen, we going to keep you in the fold for a while here.
Because the Steelers my second favorite team. They're a players organization. But who's to say the Bears wouldn't have done the same thing? Because he only gave us one healthy year. The rest of his years, he had the concussion issues. The point
I'm laying out is Bears might have had a chance to match, but what if the conversation is, we don't think you're valuable enough to us for us to pay you more than this guy we just let walk in the building?
Or do you?
And I think
now all of a sudden I'm looking at it like, salty. You don't think I'm valuable enough after everything I've given to this organization? Hold on. I'm trying to myself God is greater. I got to finish the plan. Got some people that's with me. I want them to win. There's one of these. I'm trying to find. That's the 5th. Not the Wolverine. I only speak the real. I could never be fake. Nah, maybe he's deleted it at this point. I always come up out them storms like it was never pouring. I'm telling you, bro. Like every tweet is a quote, bro. I can't find the one that I ended up seeing. I don't know if he's deleted it or not, even though Quan usually don't delete anything. But it was it was basically like, hey, it sounded like a guy who was a little bit salty. It sounded like a guy who was a little bit like, hey, I'm gonna let you know. I'm finna go over here and prove to you why you should have kept me in the fold over here.
The thing is, I feel like, and you know what? It possibly could have been that. But again, like I just think he want. I really don't know, because it's a tough situation. Again, you're bringing in a Super Bowl champion who, in that Seattle defense, listen, he's giving you the picks. Absolute ball hog. He clearly knows what he's doing. So I think it's a good get. I just think it's one of them things where, and I think I said this a couple years ago when they had Tevin Jenkins, when the Bears still had Tevin Jenkins. I said, polls will give you enough leeway to see if you'll go out there and prove yourself, but it maybe just would be one of them things where it's like, you know what, like I understand what you did, I understand what you mean to this organization, but we trying to move in this direction. I hope it's no hard feelings, but this is is what it is right now.
But I can't agree with that totally because Poles is the player's GM. So to me, he seems to be that straight up guy. Like, yo, he was honest with Tevin, though. We concerned about your injury history, so we won't extend you. You played not all. You played the majority of this season healthy. Mm-hmm. You were impactful.
No, he played all of this season healthy.
That's what I said.
He didn't miss a game. He played all of this season healthy.
Yeah, but I thought he left a couple games.
17 for 17 and played 2 playoff games.
Okay,
but he might have left in the game. I mean, you get banged up.
Yeah, that's what I say. But he showed and it was impactful. I don't understand why Poles wouldn't extend to $6 million.
Well, for me, I think if you look at the contracts that they all got, if another team is going to say we're only going to put a year out on you for 5.5, that kind of tells your value. Even if it is Pittsburgh and a great organization, a players organization, like you say, I think they're taking a chance on him to see if he can kind of follow that same pattern of what he did. He can actually play another 17 healthy, because that is the question mark. Is I don't know, Jaquan. Like, we appreciate that you put your body on the line for this team, for Chicago. You have a Chicago mentality. Like, we would love to keep you here, but at the same time, we're thinking about the future of the squad and how we can make it the best version of itself. And does that include Jaquan? I think personally at 5.5, it should.
5.5.
And then, like you said, get somebody in the draft to follow up and be a mentor under him. But maybe Ryan was like, we feel like we can do a little bit better, and that's just the business of the sport.
Or like I said, I wonder if it was Jaquan who was like, I'm not staying for 5.5 here. I proved my worth here.
But then,
you know what I mean? Like, you have to go to, like, if you go to another job, you got to prove your merit again. They don't know you. Like, they know you from what they've heard or what they've seen, but you got to prove your merit again.
But this is, to me, this is similar to what's that running back that was for that used to be with the Steelers that set out a whole year because he thought it was worth Le'Veon Bell. Right. The market dictates who you are. So even though you have to treat this like a business. So Ryan Poles said, yo, I understand you're a good player, borderline great player when you're healthy, but we're not going to overpay. So, you've been here. Yeah, you feel that you're worth more, but the market has dictated that you're only worth this. So I don't know why you would not give your team to say, hey, I'll give you another year, another prove-it deal year, and then to be able to sign the long term. Because if you healthy for 2 years, then you're definitely getting that bag.
Yeah.
The 1 year, I could understand, hey, I'm not going to give you the bag off 1 year. But if he does 2 years, then you got to give him the bag. So why wouldn't you do that? And you show how good you are in this particular defense. Why wouldn't you be in this particular defense and be healthy again for the second year and then leave for the bag?
Yeah, I think, listen, there's a lot of questions that we won't know the answers to unless Jaquan speaks. Realistically speaking, though, here's my bottom line on all of this.
Give us the insight. Give us the insight.
On all the names that left here, right? Like, we're talking about Kevin Byard, we're talking about Jaquan Brisker, we're talking about CJ GJ, we're talking about Nahshon Wright, right? On all the names that left here, do we think that Nahshon Wright can replicate what he did again? Leading the league in interception.
No, I don't. No,
I'm fine to be out on that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Do we think that Kevin Byard can replicate what he did again as far as leading the league in takeaways?
I think he can get close.
It's very difficult.
I'd like to think no.
I would probably lean no.
I'm not saying he's going to lead the league, but I think he's going to be.
Could he be in that conversation? Possibly.
Right. I think he's going to have a good year because he never.
Sure. He's going to have a better defense or better defensive line in front of him for sure. But like I would probably lean. You got rid, and even if you did, you Bill Belichicked it, right? You got rid of him a year too early versus a year too late. I kind of feel that way about Jaquan. I kind of feel that way about CJ. By the way, y'all know my favorite Bear was Jaquan Brisker. I love Jaquan.
He was a mini Mike Brown.
But I'm not gonna pay you what Kobe Bryant got. I'm not giving you $14 million.
That's why I was giving you this. Give me this. We asked to bring him back 6 to 7. Actually, I would have even gave him $8 million. Honestly, I would have gave him a year for 8.
But I have to admit, for you but here's the thing.
You gave my
for you to come back here.
10. I would have gave him.
But for you to come back here, I got to sign you to a long-term deal. I'm not signing you to a 1-year deal. Jaquan's not going to sign a 1-year deal here. Going elsewhere, you got to prove yourself. You got to prove your merit. You're going to sign a one-year deal elsewhere if that's the best you're going to get. And you're going to take the best opportunity probably versus the best back. See, Nahshon Wright, Jaquan Brisker and Nahshon Wright are a different conversation to me. Jaquan Brisker, CJ, Kevin Byard, they have the level of talent, I feel, that they can bet on themselves and be fine. And KB kind of knows, look, I've had a long career. I'm 34. I want to try and win a Super Bowl. They just got there. I think I can add to this defense, yada, 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 right?
Correct, yeah.
CJ, the problem is not talent.
It's attitude.
We all know that he's got so much talent. But in man coverage, which is this defense, he was not great.
Yeah.
And realistically speaking, we don't know behind the scenes. I don't think that anything happened. I didn't hear that anything happened. Okay. I didn't hear that he was a problem in the locker room. In fact, from what I've heard, he was probably pretty good. That don't mean everybody like you.
That's true.
Right? Sometimes you're not a problem. Maybe our personalities just clash. And that could be a situation that popped up. We don't know what the bottom line was with that. But talent's not an issue.
You mean F you?
Not F me, F you. The talent's not an issue there. With Jaquan Brisker, talent's not an issue there. So those guys can bet on themselves talent-wise. Nahshon Wright had to take the bag because you may never get a chance at $5 million again. Like it's not that he's not talented. But I think that we saw there are very big flaws, very big deficiencies in his game that realistically speaking, your body weight dictates some of these struggles. You're going to have to go out there and line up against the second wide receiver on the field, which is usually the deep ball guy, which is usually the big body, strong guy that can move you the heck out of the way.
He got moved.
And so I'm saying all this to say, like, with all these guys that made different moves, it feels to me like the Bears got out a year too early versus a year too late. And I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with the guys that you brought back in to replace them. I'm okay with the decisions you made. Now, same situation, though. If you don't put a defensive line in front of them, they're going to suck. So you still got to get that part right.
Yeah, I know, but Kobe Bryant, I feel like out of everybody that they brought in, I feel like you definitely got to have a line with him.
Yeah,
that boy. That boy, nice.
I love him today. I was like, "What are your thoughts on being without Harris?" He just started smiling. He was like, "I couldn't keep from smiling because it almost." There was a part of me that was like, "Was that a shot?" He was like, "He worked with a couple of dudes last year and they got 7 picks." And in my mind, I was like, "Was that kind of like he worked with some dudes last year? They got 7 interceptions. Can you imagine me?" Like,
you know that was. You know that was.
Over me. Now, I don't think that it was. I'm not saying that it was. But when I first heard it, I was like, was that a shot? Was that a little bit of a shot?
But I got to think about it like this. I do need to have some veteran presence in the locker room in the defensive back area to be a coach on the field besides Al Harris. Because Al Harris is phenomenal.
I mean, Kobe Bryant's an 8-year vet.
Phenomenal. But I need to have...
Kobe Bryant's a 7-year vet.
I didn't know he was in the league. I thought he was closer to 6.
No, he's a 7-year vet.
He's a 7. So he came in at 20. I thought he came in at
20. He said that today. Yeah, he came in at 20.
I needed a little bit more veteran presence besides him. I need the 2 people because you need somebody that just in case you got another knucklehead like Stevenson who's still on the team, you got to, hey, bro, get in your spot.
Yeah, but see, I think the difference is right. Like Kevin Byard might just talk to you. Kevin Byard might be like, "Hey, we got to get this together. What we doing?" Kobe Bryant gonna punch you in the face. and Reek might need that. Like, we being real. Like, he might need somebody to be like, "Hey, come here real quick. Come here. Let me talk to you. What you doing? What are you doing?"
But there's the thing though, I feel like you missing. He just got done dealing with that in Seattle. Reek Rulin just did the same thing.
Yeah,
he literally just did the same thing.
That is true.
Well,
he literally did the same thing.
But did he step up? Was he the one to step up to get the other dude back in line?
I mean, they got a Super Bowl.
That don't mean that. That don't mean that. That don't mean that.
CJ has a Super Bowl.
Right.
Nobody in the locker room rocked with him, but he got a bowl.
I think that to me one had to do with the other.
I think he could have stepped up, but I think you brought the right guy in, and the thing is, again, you're adding Super Bowl champions to an already kind of vet locker room now, because now you got Thuney.
You got one on the defensive side, one on the offensive side.
I know, but just because but hold on a second.
No, but they're key pieces.
Right. You sounding old right now, man.
They're key pieces on the Super Bowl team.
I know. He just
like that's where he was about to go. You were about to say just because you was on the team don't mean right. Velus Jones is a Super Bowl winning player.
Bro, he's a Super Bowl champion.
He's a Super Bowl champion. I wouldn't ask Velus on how do you get it done in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we're not gonna go that far.
So what you do is you grab your phone, right, and then when nobody's looking, you take
when nobody's looking, you take selfies of the rest of the team.
One of the things that I want to go back to that you mentioned real quick that I think is a breath of fresh air, right? And I think it shows that Ryan Poles is improving as a GM. You mentioned getting rid of players maybe a year too early. All too often in the past, we saw Ryan Poles hold on to players a little too long, a year, 2, 3 years too late, and one of them being Velus. But that's where I think he's maturing is sometimes letting go of someone, even if you feel like, yeah, we probably could have brought him back for 1 year, 5.5, meaning Jaquan, or we probably could have brought back
all of really
after he had a really, really all Pro Bowl type season.
Yeah.
You let these guys, you let 2 of the 3 of the guys walk that were Pro Bowlers.
It was an all pro.
Technically.
It was an all pro, yeah.
Yeah, to sit there and have that confidence to say, I'm going to let those guys go. Maybe you're letting them go at their ceiling where maybe next year there's a little bit of a drop off, whether due to age, and like you said, sometimes people can't replicate the same number of interceptions or whatever the case may be. But like we're going to find your replacement in the draft and go the cheaper route and still have talent get on this team. And so that's where I think I have the confidence in Ryan going forward that he knows what he's doing and he's sticking to his blueprint again.
And the difference with KB is KB chose to leave.
He did. KB said it was either the Bears or the Patriots.
KB said it was the Bears or the Patriots. KB chose to leave. It wasn't like I would believe that there was a contract offered to KB, and he was like, "I'm gonna have this final hoorah over here with my old head coach." I believe.
Oh, you talking about Vrabel?
No, Vrabel.
Byron was with the Titans.
I don't know if he drafted him, but he was there second or third year. Like his best years are with Vrabel.
Yeah,
and then until this one with DA,
a household name. Yeah, he was a beast. Yeah.
So I get KB a little bit. Let me know how you guys feel down in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Some of the super chats in the building. Shout out to you guys for tuning in and showing love as always. Dan Tanner in the building said, "What up, fellas?" And the dog. Since we lost so many DBs, are there a lot of DBs in this year's draft that fit the Bears scheme? Well, listen, you got DBs still coming up. Remember, you still got Zay Frazier. Terrell Smith is coming back from an ACL injury. You've still got Jalen Johnson on this roster who should be healing up.
He'll be 100% healthy this year.
I think we forget. Y'all know he's 26, right?
Who?
Jalen Johnson.
I know that's y'all kept wanting to get rid of him. I'm like, why?
Well, listen, I said for Myles Garrett.
Yeah, I didn't mind.
I get rid of JC for Myles Garrett. You know what I mean?
No, I think
there's a lot I'll get rid of for Myles Garrett.
I think the super producer wanted to get rid of him too. Like y'all wanted to get.
I don't want to get rid of him for nothing. But if you telling me Myles Garrett's on the other side,
see you later.
I'll walk him there. We'll start a Lord of the Rings walk. But no, like I look at I look at that situation. I'm like, you still have a ton of DBs on this team, and you have Al Harris.
Yeah, and this draft is actually deep in defense. It's
very deep.
It's deep. Yeah. It's deep on the defensive line, secondary, and wide receivers. Yeah. That's the plethora that's going on in this draft. Plethora.
And I think too now there's like points to like, okay, like we really gonna see how good these, because I like that y'all know my thing is now like the Monstars of coaches. We really gonna see like how good they are bringing those young DBs up. Like you said, that's already in the room, because it's clear that they're gonna have to do it through the draft. So hey, we gonna see.
We'll see what the money is on. Black Rob in the building. Shout out to Black Rob, $5 super chat. Said Josh Sweat demanded a trade. I think we need to move quickly before Green Bay gets him with Gannon as DC if Crosby is staying. Now, that would be an interesting one. I wouldn't be out on a Josh Sweat. I think that Josh Sweat makes a really good impact on a defense, and I believe he does fit the height and weight requirements that Dennis Allen usually is looking for there. What is a contract?
Wasn't he in Philly, right?
He was in Philly, and he went to Arizona. Had 12 sacks last year in Arizona.
I'm sorry, I lied to you, Martin.
I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona.
I like him.
What's the contract on a Josh Sweat?
He's only he only hit double digits twice. I want a little something. I want a little something.
I'll tell you this. He is 4 years, $76 million a year. Breaks down to, well, I guess I could just look at 19 million.
19 million.
But 17 million or 9 million this year, 17 million at 30 and 31. Not bad. Honestly, not a bad deal there, realistically speaking.
Not really.
If you wanted to get that done.
He's the same thing we got already.
The difference is with Josh Sweat can create pressure.
Yeah,
Montez Sweat is not a big
the Sweat brothers
guy.
Out of the Sweat brothers, he'd probably be the better one.
The Sweat that we had was a 10 sack guy.
A lot of sweating going on.
He was a 10 sack guy.
In essence, we get the same thing. I want
47 pressures. He was top 30 in pressures in the NFL this year.
I want somebody that's going to wreak havoc.
10th in sacks.
10th in sacks.
He does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I'm probably Josh Sweat's. It's not even a question. Josh Sweat's a better player, but I think he brings more pressure. You gotta look at what Montez. Here's what I'd say. If I put Josh Sweat in a game and I need a sack in one of the most important moments of the game, Josh Sweat can get it.
If I need a sack, this is a Goonlier.
If I need a sack, no, this is not Adewale.
This is a Goonlier.
Nah.
Goonlier was 7, 8, 10, 11 sack when he was next to somebody else. We're basically doing.
Yeah, but Adewale wasn't. I'm gonna destroy you one-on-one. Josh Sweat can destroy you one-on-one.
Yeah, no, Josh Sweat is pretty.
Josh Sweat's a dog. I'm not saying he's the best pass rusher you could have got. I'm not even saying. But here's the one thing.
Secondary.
Here's the thing that I would say though. If you went out and got him, you don't have to trade. I wouldn't think that you would have to trade.
I want the other guy. I want the a Y guy.
He's already gone.
Owe?
He already signed.
When he signed?
Odafe Owe? Yeah, he signed.
If you want him, you want Josh Sweat.
If you want him, you want Josh Sweat.
He was going to cost less than that.
He would have cost less, but Josh Sweat is a better player.
If I'm paying 70-something million, I want a more impactful player.
You're paying 50-something million. Because he's already through that first year of that contract.
But it was backloaded for 17 million apiece.
So you're getting 17 for 2 years.
I'll take 17.
17 is not bad. That's less than Montez makes by a lot.
Take 17.
Montez makes 25.
His cut years, his void years wasn't. His void year was 17, then void. So we got to pay him 9 this year, 17, and then void. So that's 34. That's 34 plus 9. That's 43, 44 million.
That's what I said. You paying him 50 million. Because 18 of it is signing bonus.
I don't see what the issue is.
I would be in on a Josh Sweat if
I wouldn't hate that.
And because their quarterback conversation is not solved. You know what I mean? Like that is not an answer at all. So like you can still come. Remember, they were early on in wanting Tyson Bagent, and then they pivoted to who they end up going to get? Jacoby Brissett and why am I blanking on the other name? Gardner, the Minshew.
Yeah.
They went and got those two. If Camp shows up, he's still demanding a trade. You got a young quarterback on a backup deal, and I can do that for this. And from what Adam Schefter has said, the 2027 draft is the draft that everybody is looking to get somebody in. That's who everybody's looking to get their hands on.
That's amazing.
If I can get Tyson Bagent and let's say a third rounder for 2027 or a fourth rounder for 2027, I have a conversation on that. I'll talk to you about that.
I'm not saying I'm out. I just want.
Feels like you're out. It feels like you're out, buddy.
I'm not gonna say I'm out. I
think you don't like guys named Sweat.
Yeah, a little too much sweating going on.
Sweat.
It's nothing to do with his name. I just want somebody that's going to just as they say, feed me, Seymour. He just want to eat quarterback. He just want to eat and eat and eat and eat from that Wu-Tang song.
Yeah.
And
you're looking for the Corinne Steffen of defensive ends.
Little
super. I want little super.
An eater, as they call it.
Right. I want to eat it. Right.
I hear what you
like eaters.
Hey, on the defensive side of the ball, yes, I do.
We don't dislike eaters.
12 sacks is eating.
But that was only 1 year, though. That's only 1 year. The other years before that, he only had 7.5, 8.
Man, we're worried about the now.
But you also, I think this is the part.
The one-hit wonders.
This is the part you got to take into account as well, though, Drew.
If you look at his thing, he only used double digits twice.
But you have to talk about the impact of the sacks. Those 8 and 7 sacks are on a Philadelphia Eagles defensive line where they're rotating guys in and out all the time because you got 9 guys that can get to the quarterback. Right. And you had a rookie in
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter coming into that mix as well.
Noah, what is the guy named me? Noah, whatever, a linebacker too. What's his name?
Noah. Oh yeah, Nolan.
Nolan. Yeah. Like they got
Nolan
guys. Nolan Smith. Yeah, they got guys.
Right, and he had that. So when.
But it's because everybody's eating. And like that defense led the league in sacks that year, I believe.
It did, but when you come here, when you come here and the focus is just on him, is he going to be able to replicate that? That's my point. That's my apprehension, I should say.
Name me somebody else on the Cardinals defensive line.
I couldn't. No, it wasn't
better than the Eagles line.
But you know what, though?
It's him.
It wasn't better than the Eagles line. I think that's what we're saying.
No, right. It wasn't. But that's my whole point. Because just like Montez was killing at Washington when he had his other opposite edge and they had a guy in the middle. You coming over here?
That was with Deron Payne and
we're building
Chase Young, Jonathan Allen,
and we're building that. And I don't think we have that just yet to go out there. And I don't, like I said, I wouldn't mind it, but I think. I'm still on the hope for Max.
I would do it. Said this is the secondary move. I ain't saying this is the move you make over Max because apparently there's still maybe a chance, but. I would.
Are you saying there's a chance? Are you saying there's a chance?
Maybe.
It might be a chance.
That is what Tom Pelissero had to say today. By the way, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. We are over 200 in the chat. 200. I'll have the speakers here soon. But no, like
that was me. I said that.
What?
That was terrible.
No,
I said, hey,
very subtle.
I don't hear you doing it at all.
I just did it. I do it perfect every time. Whoa.
By the way, why is everybody worried about the dogs? They said, are the dogs dead?
No, the dogs are old and sleeping.
Everybody.
The dogs are tired. That's what's going on with the dogs.
They're trained.
They are very well trained as well. But they just enjoy being here. But no, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Now, this is an interesting conversation to get into, and it's something that we talked about a little bit before the show. The conversation that Tom Pelissero had with Rich Eisen today, which I thought, I mean, listen, if you're going to have any concern or anything on Max Crosby, just look at what the rest of the league is doing. It doesn't sound like anyone else is concerned, probably because all of them saw the medicals before any trades were made, and the rest of the league is in scumbags. Sorry, I had to get that off my head. That was a dirty move, bro.
Tell me how you really feel.
Bro, I don't like I got my kids and my wife in the building and you working out a contract with the side chick. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, yeah, nah, bro. You're not finna. You're not gonna do me that. I'm in the building. You know what I mean? I'm in the next room and all of a sudden, what the hell is going on between the sheets in my home?
Apparently, they wanted both, so it was all right.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I don't either.
Hey, look, we've all all wanted both at one point. Pick one.
Right. But if you
remember that. Never mind. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later.
But if you look at it in this, what the Costa,
you said, whoa, hold up, it's a family show.
The Costa came out and said that the medical came back on Tuesday while he was still there.
Sure.
And they just happened to be in the building at that time.
Hey, bro, unbelievable.
I hear you, but they knew he had just came off the tendon tear,
hey, bro,
and the bone, and it was one other thing.
Yeah,
so it was three impactful issues.
My thing is,
I don't hope nothing happens to nobody, but there is a real part of me that hopes that fails. There's a real part, and I like Lamar. I want Lamar to win a Super Bowl. But there's a real part of me that now I'm like, yeah, I'm out on Baltimore.
Other than Joe, Joe's the only one that wanted Hendrickson. All of y'all was like, no, he old.
No. You're talking about the whole operation.
You did somebody dirty like that. When you do people, because at the end of the day, like all they talk about that the media does, you don't treat us like people. They don't treat you like people.
What's that? Oh, you dirty rat.
You dirty rat? Huh? You killed my brother? No, I don't like that. I kind of hope the Ravens, like, I hope it blows up in their face.
I do too.
I hope Trey Hendrickson goes over there and he's over the hill and he gives you 5.5 sacks. And, Roquan Smith's moving a little slower because he's up in age. Lamar Jackson got to do it all himself. I love Roquan. Here's the thing. I love most of the people over there. But I hate the organization now. I'm not like I'm out on. I hate the organization.
Declan Doyle forgets how to run an offense. That's right.
Dang it! I forgot about Declan.
I hate you and everything.
Hey, but
I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you, but I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and only you.
Hate.
That's a great hater line. Let's be real. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and only you. I hope everybody else around you is good. I hope you're doing bad. What you got, Rick?
That's the next level of hatred. But no, I look at it and the whole thing is I'm with JC. Whatever you got to do to get Max at this point, do it, because you telling me it's a chance. I think I've said it already. We've talked about this. The Bears are going to be a Super Bowl contender. I believe that legitimately they could be like a pass rusher away. Max is that dude. If I can get him for less or try to get him for less, that is what I'm going to do. I think that in terms of Baltimore, I just think that was stupid because my thing is, if you're looking at the medicals and the medicals is basically telling you like, hey, this dude might be ready week 1, or you probably talk to his doctor. I don't know how the mess goes down, but
you get to speak to the doctor beforehand. You get all of his medical.
So that's the wild part. If he's telling you like, hey, is he good to go back week 1, and he says yeah, I'm not having any type of trepidation. This is a top 3 pass rusher in the league.
My favorite meme that I saw on it was like, everybody knows that Max Crosby has a knee issue. Doctor examines Max Crosby. The Ravens. Hey, y'all not gonna believe this. Like, we all knew. Like 32 teams were failing him on his medical.
Everybody knew this, and apparently, because I think they talked about this. It is ways that you could pass him on the physical.
It was buyer's remorse. So
you don't need to pass him. You can fail him and keep him because you know he's got a knee issue.
So it's like,
it wasn't just that. It was the fact that
it was buyer's remorse.
It was buyer's remorse because they was like, wait a minute, we were the only ones that was giving up 2 first rounds. Yeah. Everybody else was 1 in a second or 1 in a third.
And they took their center.
And the center's gone. So it was buyer's remorse, and they scapegoated it with the knee.
But
because they just weren't going. They paid too much. It was just like, you don't think like Cleveland would go back in history and not give Deshaun a fully guaranteed contract, knowing he was going to be hurt for this many years. Yeah. If they could have had buyer's remorse and stopped that,
I did.
They would have done it too.
I did see that too, where somebody was like, the Cleveland Browns have entered the chat. Hey, we got some medical issues that we want to exercise on Deshaun Watson's contract.
Right. And that's what that is. It's like we gave up too much, knowing what everybody else was giving, because they should have played hardball just like everybody else. It's like, okay, Micah got 2 firsts because Micah was 25, no injury issue. No injury history. So you got Max. Max is just as good, but Max got a slight injury history. He's coming off this knee. So you can't ask for 2 firsts. And Baltimore was stupid enough to give it. And then they was like, well, in hindsight, maybe we shouldn't have. And so now, what's the market? My market for Max is, I give you 2. I give you 2 second rounds.
Well, that is the interesting thing. The reason we started talking about this, Tom Pelissero came out on his show and basically said that, on the Rich Eisen show, and basically said that he isn't buying the belief that Max Crosby is a lock to stay with the Raiders right now. You all right, bro? You need a back scratch again?
Yeah, I need a little.
You going?
I'm okay.
You okay?
Not on air, please. Wait.
Not on
back
air.
scratch.
Rated up. Back scratch.
Back scratch.
We gonna have you one. We gonna have you set up next time you come here, bro. We gonna have a nice back scratch. Hey, it's called lotion, bro.
Hey man,
you can put. I know you can't reach all the spots.
I can reach it.
I know
I'm a very flexible guy. Okay?
Whoa.
All right.
I'm a flexible guy.
Whoa.
I'm flexible enough to reach the back of my back. Like, what are we talking?
Can you touch your toes?
Yeah.
You really can?
Yes.
I mean, that's impressive
that bad?
to me.
What? Really?
I can't touch mine.
He's saying
a lot of people that can do that.
You're a heavy guy. So
I mean,
most big guys can't touch their toes.
I'm a big guy. But
usually the gut
I used
gets
to
in
be
the way.
very small and athletic. So
I feel like you need to prove
the body
this.
within my body is still.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, there's no good way to play off. Hey, JC, bend over on screen and touch your toe.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. We don't need to see that. We don't need to do that.
Hey, you about as bad as him, so I want to see.
Put it to a vote in the chat.
I want to see dude streaking. That's JC put it.
That was crazy. That was insane.
Yeah, I did kind of like bite my words there.
I'm nervous. But no, talking about Tom Pelissero, to get back to this eventually, said he doesn't believe that the Raiders are all in on bringing Max Crosby back, even though Max put out the tweet saying, I am a Raider, I'm not going anywhere. He essentially talked about it in the conversation of, yeah, they got to build some leverage back up. You effed up.
You don't have no leverage.
Unfortunately, the Ravens screwed you up and you have 0 leverage and nobody's coming to you to talk about 2 firsts. He doesn't believe that the Raiders will have Max Crosby on the team right now.
Yeah.
And I would be interested in seeing, kind of how this all plays out, because again, you don't got to trade Max now. You could trade Max at the draft and be just fine.
They actually said that they might wait until he is. Whoa, too much.
Can't do it. Somebody betted me to put my leg up all the way over there.
I know, yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
so you just why?
No, because they said that he's. I know. I know.
Mikey Day said, "Whoa, guys, my daughter's watching with me."
I'm telling you to put your. I'm trying to roll it back on the chat. I'm trying to roll it back on video. We don't know what that is. You put your leg up on there.
I'm trying to roll it back. I'm trying to roll it back.
What's going on?
But they actually said that the Raiders might keep him until the first week of the season when he's back on the field healthy, and then reinitiate the trade talks.
I think this gets done like right before the season on the same thing that happened to Mike. I think that's gonna happen.
I would feel bad for
Max what though? For what though? I'm only offering 2.
I mean, listen,
I'm offering 2 second rounds. I'm offering 2 second rounds.
It's business.
Yeah, that is business. They have no leverage.
It's been. I'm giving them the 2 second rounders, like you saying, but I think it's either gonna happen at the draft or right before.
See, here's my thing. Y'all know I'm big on. I'm big on what Denzel said. You know what I mean? You got to do good business, and in doing business, you have to have honor and integrity. I say honor and integrity. I want to see somebody show some honor and integrity to one of the greats of the game. Yeah, I mean, Matt's getting done dirty for the level of player that he is.
Come on.
That was the two first.
Detroit.
That was the two first, and dude. And
but the Ravens didn't show that honor and integrity.
Exactly.
Right.
So now it's it's like you can't overpay. You can't overpay when you got this additional news that's all in there, because we would take Pole's head off if he offers two first
round picks. Now, yeah, I'm at your head.
Right now,
I ain't gonna lie
with
to you,
the news, we take his head off.
It would be
he'll be walking right out of town right now.
I will say this: it gets a lot easier if, you know, Max Crosby has like a 12.5 sack season. We just like, oh yeah. Then all of a sudden you just start skewing the argument. Yeah, you could have got Max Crosby in the first round anyway. I'm not even mad at it. Like all of a sudden it's a different conversation. But I do look at, you know, the Crosby situation. Personally, to me, and again, I'm not as plugged in as Pelissero and those guys. I'm nowhere near as plugged in as any of those guys.
You're plugged.
I feel like Max coming out and saying I'm good, because the one thing that has been consistent about this with the reporting, Max Crosby's fine staying in Vegas.
He was, yeah.
You know what it is it's like Shaq said he didn't realize leaving Orlando how much of a king he was there. Like when you go to Vegas, there are two athletes, Max Crosby and Asia Wilson.
Yep.
That is it. Every billboard.
Asia Wilson, Max Crosby.
Hey. What? Actually, you might have a point.
What you want to say?
Actually, y'all all wrong.
You can't say that because
it's Tom Brady is first.
Well, yeah,
an owner.
Tom is Tom.
I'll say this. I was there this year in Vegas during the WNBA finals, and they were playing a rerun of a Raiders game, which I'm pretty sure they lost. It's the WNBA finals. It should be on every TV. Okay. Your team's in it. Asia's cooking. I was watching a Raiders rerun of a game that I'm pretty sure they lost, but I think Max had a heck of a game. Like, Max Crosby's a god in Vegas. So I say I'd say he's fine being in Vegas. But if you're going to move them, Vegas is basically saying you got to pay our price. I'm not giving you two first.
Not giving you two first. I'm not even.
No, that ain't happening.
You know what? You know what? I was taking a first off the table, but I'll give you this.
I give you 25.
I won't. I'm not even going to give you 25 this year. I'll give you 2027. I give you 2027 first round because I expected to be even lower. Even higher.
No.
I did. I give you 2027
but here's the difference with 27. 27 gonna have mad quarterbacks in it.
I don't need a quarterback.
I don't need a quarterback. But that draft value, when that draft is coming up, the 30th pick is gonna mean something.
But with Max, I'm in the Super Bowl, so you're gonna get the 30th. I don't care. You can have the 30th.
No. But the 30th pick is a pick that next year could net you multiple seconds.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be quarterbacks going down in the 30s next year?
It's going to be quarterback galore.
It's supposed to be about six quarterbacks.
It's about to be quarterback
is going to be trying to get.
I don't know. I'll give you 2027. I'll take Max 2027.
Minnesota's the perfect example of it. You got Kyler Murray in the building. Kyler Murray is a Vikings fan. He signed. Kyler Murray's in the division now. Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, 1 year.
He did his presser today.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray's in the division. He's the Vikings quarterback.
I don't like it.
Yeah, he's not going to compete with JJ. He's got the job. Kyler Murray's in the building.
JJ's second string.
He is a lifelong Vikings fan. He is a fine quarterback. I'm not going to say great. I'm not going to say terrible. He's fine.
He has his moments.
You're now pairing him with Justin Jefferson, which basically, hey, if you can throw the ball anywhere in this vicinity, you're good. And you're giving him Jordan Addison. You're running him out there with Aaron
Addison.
No, the running back.
No, he's gone.
Not Aaron.
Aaron Jones is gone.
Not Aaron Jones. Who they just?
TJ Hawkinson is there too.
TJ Hawkinson. They just reworked Aaron Jones' contract.
No, he's gone. I thought they got the dude from Miami.
Ooh,
the running back from Miami. Yeah, I think A-Chan is there.
Wait, what? No. I thought he was still on the market.
Not there.
No,
I thought Devon A-Chan was still on the market.
They got some running back. I thought it was the guy from Miami.
I thought they just. It's still Aaron Jones. It's still Aaron Jones. They just reworked his contract, I think, today.
Oh, okay. Well, I missed that one. I thought.
Yeah,
it was,
when Jones quietly fought to get, yeah. The Vikings kept Aaron Jones. They reworked his contract day. So either way, right? Like, so you got all these pieces, and you're adding Kyler Murray to that, and they're not committing long term to you.
I don't. You know what?
Like they're looking at Kyler Murray. They won 9 games last year and could have won the division with JC playing quarterback, basically.
But you know what? Kevin O'Connell's system requires you to read and understand a playbook. He doesn't do that.
We gonna see.
So unless he goes,
we said Sam Darnold don't do that.
No, Sam Darnold saw ghosts. Kyler Murray don't read the playbook. He want to go out there and be and what's the word? He says he's the focal point of the offense.
Well, I will say this is probably the best. These are probably the best weapons he's had since he's been in the league, as a collective. As a collective,
these are by far the best weapons he's had.
These are by far the best weapons.
Jordan
he's had.
Addison, Justin Jefferson, like he got some dogs to work with.
Didn't he have Larry?
Yeah,
he had some wide receivers out there too.
Oh yeah, he did have Larry.
He also had
Larry was banged up. He had D-Hop.
He had a banged up.
Right, so he had good Pro Bowl wide receivers out there.
As a collective,
and he had a good running back. He had a good running back too.
But he did have a good running back. But they also went to the playoffs.
One time.
They went to the playoffs. But bro, listen. He got the best. It's a difference. Listen, we got good wide receivers. We had the best wide receiver in football. That's a big difference, bro. Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, we saw what having Randy Moss meant for Dante Culpepper. Yeah, I mean, everybody was like, "Oh well, he got injured."
And he had Trey McBride. You right. So he had some.
He had McBride. He had
but
I'm not saying he didn't have some guys. I'm saying he didn't have the best wide receiver in football.
That's why we need Max, because you need a guy.
That essentially you just throw that thing up there and he find a way to go get it.
This is why we need Max, because we need
Kyler Murray will run himself into some sacks.
To me, that's why I said I'm giving up on a 2027 pick, because I need Max, because I need a guy like Aiden Hutchinson. I need a Micah Parsons. You need a stud on the offensive line that can go out there and get you a sack theoretically on any down.
So here's the thing. Do y'all believe that Max Crosby is if he want to stay in Vegas, that he's staying in Vegas? Or do you believe the business of football takes over and they move him no matter what?
I think the business of football takes over because, like, I'm gonna keep saying this. Brady is trying to overhaul this thing.
Yeah.
Brady is absolutely trying to overhaul this thing. So, hey, listen. Max, I understand you king here. Appreciate you playing the work version of our game, but this business. So like, yeah, he got to get up out of here. He got to get up out of here.
We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. I think it's going to be an interesting one with Max. To me, I've moved on from Max. I don't think that Max is an option for the Bears anymore. If Josh Sweat has demanded a trade, I would be very intrigued.
Man, I'm all in on him
and a
too.
Josh Sweat. JC, you've been all in on 9.
Me and JC.
But what
that was about to be a crazy statement.
That
was about to be
all in on 9
wild. I'm glad I stopped myself from saying that. That was about to be insane to put on your name.
What you giving up for him?
Josh Sweat?
For Josh Sweat?
What'd you give up for?
Yeah, you're not giving up nearly. I give you Tyson Bagent. I give you a 4th round pick.
A third.
Arizona needs a quarterback.
No, I ain't give you if I'm giving you Tyson Bagent, I ain't give you a 3rd. I give you Tyson Bagent a 4th. You give me Josh Sweat. Yeah, I do that.
5th?
I love a 5th. I give you Tyson Bagent in a 5th. I ain't giving it. 3rd is too high because I'm sending you a quarterback too that clearly you think is going to win this competition.
True. Yeah.
So,
man, I can't wait for the draft.
It was a question in the chat, man. We're gonna do a mock before the
100%. We're gonna get a few mocks in here coming up.
You like a good mock?
Yeah, I love a good mock, buddy. I love a good mock.
Put the mock on the table.
Yeah, sometimes you got to put that mock on the table, man. And I got a hefty mock for you, and I got a motivated Dio Dangbo for you. So I'm ready to go. Hey man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. For Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Drew Better. If you knew better, you do better. Say who better? Nobody bro. The man formerly known as Ringo J. Stefan Adana. It is your boy Pat the Designer. Back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bed down. One love. I got a mock. Peace.
Who the heck told me I'm the Geo dude? I don't have arms, so I can't reach the window. I'm flexible, all right.
Yeah. Hey, somebody in the chat actually did say, let's see,